Hi there, it's Mary from stampingmary.stampingup.net. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's project features the colour and contour stamp set with some of the new in colour cardstock. This is Parakeet Party, and it's just a cute little gift box. You've just got a little bit of shredded paper in there, but you get all sorts of little treats in there in that little gift box. And we're going to do a little bit of very, very easy kind of cheats watercolouring is what I would call it. So let's show you the supplies we're going to use. We're going to use a piece of the Parakeet Party cardstock, and this measures 6.5 by 4.25 inches. I've put all the dimensions in the description bar below. I'm going to use 2 pieces of the in colour 6x6 designer series paper, which coordinates with it's the Parakeet Party colour, and it's just cut to fit the outside of the front and the back. We can use a little bit of our Fluid 100 watercolour paper to stamp these, and a little bit of colouring. And we're also going to use the this punch here, the bow punch or bow punch, however you like to say it. We're going to use that one as well. So let's do the watercolouring first, I think. So I'm going to bring in a piece of our Fluid 100 watercolour paper. Now you could also use our Stampin UP shimmer paper as well, because it holds the watercolour. I'm going to use Poppy Parade, and we're using just that one flower stamp. Stamp that straight down. Then bring in your water painter. So I'm using a narrow one, and all we're going to do is I'm not going to squeeze any water out. I'm simply going to just, because this is on watercolour paper, I'm just going to bring a little bit of that colour in. So it's, I would call it cheese watercolouring, but it dries pretty quickly. And I like the effect. So you can be kind of messy with it if you like, or go right up to the edges. It doesn't really matter, however you kind of like it. So all that's doing is with that water is just bringing that ink in from the sides. So like I said, I've used the Poppy Parade. I really like the Poppy Parade against the Parakeet Party. And then that will simply be cut out with the die, this one here. And just to save time while that's drying, I've already gone ahead and cut a couple out. And here they are here. So, you know, depending on how much, if you wanted to go over that and make it a little bit darker, you could do as well. But it's very, very easy, very cute thing to do. So I'm going to bring in a little piece of garden green, just to offset that, you know, the Parakeet Party bright colour, and cut out, punch out, I should say, 2 of those leaves. And then just a narrower piece, because I only want that larger one for this one. Here it is. Alright, so we'll just put them to one side, and I'll show you how I made the box. So bring in your Simply Scored scoring tool, and on the long side with your cardstock, that 6.5 side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 3/4, 3.5, and 4 3/4. I've put all the measurements below, by the way. And then turn over, so this will be the bottom of the box, turn it round onto that 4 1/4 inch side, and just score at 1 1/4. Fold and burnish your score lines. And on that narrower piece down there, I'm going to cut that away and just do a slight wedge for that one. I'm going to cut up all of these up to the horizontal line and just do a wedge in. Whoops, it's not very good cutting. It's an easy box, quite a good size too, depending on what your gift giving is. So we're going to put a little bit of tear and tape down there. Didn't do a very straight job of that. That's okay, it's not hanging over. And then simply fold over and seal. And that's the basis of the box. So I'm going to keep that seam at the back, fold in the two smaller pieces, and that one, making sure that's there. So I always like to have I call that sort of seam, that fold, the back of the box. Stamp and seal. And there it is, all done. Very easy box to make. And again, I'm just going to bring in my Tondo and just put some on there. Oops. So you can use either side of this paper. This is the stripe side. That's the little, it's got little flowers on that one. I just wanted it to be, I just sort of wanted to soften that colour a little bit. And yeah. What also would fit on here is if you have the tailored tags, they actually fit on here perfectly too. They come up a little bit higher, but you can tie it with a ribbon or something. So that's another alternative for this particular size box. Okay, now bring in the back of your flowers. Pop down a little bit of Stamp and Seal, just to, doesn't matter which way, it doesn't matter where you pop it in. I just want a little bit of that green poking out from there and a little bit of that one. And then I'm going to pop that on some Tombow. If you're making more than one of this, I guarantee it'll look a little bit different. I'm just leaving a little bit of a gap there at the top so I can put that little sentiment in. So just come up here a little bit. And then same with the next one. Bring that, just a little bit of that green to poke out. Super easy to put together. And just overlap a little bit. You can use dimensionals if you prefer. Now the thank you, I pre-cut, stamped this one, the thank you for everything. I just wanted that one, the thank you, so I actually cut that a bit fine with the T off there, but I just wanted a little bit of a sentiment just to poke out from there, just that tiny little weeny bit. You could put it across the middle if you wanted to. I just wanted a little bit, so pop that in there. Just, if I position it correctly, I can just about get it so the flower petals are sitting correctly. If I'm clever, almost. And then just to finish off with a little bit of bling, I'm going to put on some of the iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. Why not? Because they are just gorgeous. Oops. And I always find that just that little bit of something else sometimes just finishes things off. You don't have to put them on at all if you, it looks fine without. I just kind of wanted something a little bit extra. And then another small one at the top there. Just there. And there you have it. Very easy to make using the pairing Poppy Parade and Parakeet Party with a little bit of garden green there as well. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I have put links to all the products I've used, plus the dimensions or the cutting dimensions I've used as well. Thank you so much for joining me and have a great day. Bye.